Hello, I'm Degori, and welcome to episode 38 of our playthrough of Crusader Kings 3. So we have our army that is on its way back out to sea, because in the last episode I sent them down here where these battles and sieges were pretty much already over. So we wasted a little bit of money floating our guys around in the Mediterranean, but now they're headed up here to help our ally and murder target take some more land, which is gonna help us in the long run. Oh, I'm overwhelmed by stress. Why am I overwhelmed by stress? Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Well, we could get contrite, which lowers our intrigue. We'd gain disturbing confession, which everybody would have 5 less opinion of us. I don't know that I particularly like that. We could get flagellant and wounded. Don't really like that. I think we're just going to take the I must be strong and resist these impulses. It's going to gain us a little bit more stress, but I think we'll be alright. We should be able, once the feast and hunt options come back, we should be okay. So we're just gonna be strong and resist the impulse to like confess to all of our murders and start whipping ourselves. Because I don't see how that would end well. One of my agents has acquired a viper and arranged for a servant to hide it in Prince Demetrios' bed before dark. All they need is my go-ahead and he will be as good as dead the moment the snake strikes. Well, I hope you're not afraid of snakes, my friend. Actually, I'm not sure if this will invalidate the war or not. Prince Demetrios is dead by the lethal bite of a viper. The snake struck not long after he retired to his chambers, and although guards were called, no one could do a thing to save him. Thankfully, snakes do not talk, so the attack cannot be traced to me. Oh, I mean, unless you're Harry Potter and then you talk to snakes all the time. So my little friend has done its work. Duchess Anna did take over this war, luckily, which means we can complete it. She'll have more land. Oh, we took our foe hostage. All kinds of stuff. So we took the foe hostage. They claimed victory in the war. We cannot ransom anybody. We can disband our armies. And a good Catholic. I am known as a deeply pious man. Surely my devotion to God should be good for something in this life too, and not only the next. There are a number of people who would do well to be reminded that I am in the Lord's good graces. So we can spend some piety and gain prestige, neither one of which we really need a whole lot of right now. We could spend some piety and gain money. Or the King Bishop surely appreciates a devout lord, which means the Pope would like me more. Who likes me fairly well as it is. Are there any decisions we can take that involve the Pope? And consecrate... Oh, we could consecrate the bloodline. I think we need the Pope to like us for that. So we'd need him to have 75 opinion of us. Our level of devotion has to be 5 or higher, which we're not quite there yet. Although we are getting there. So I think we'll do that. We'll say the King Bishop surely appreciates a devout lord. That means the Pope likes us. And yep, now all we need is to be a religious icon. I'm not sure. How old are we? We are 43. We're gaining 3 piety a month. So 100 months maybe. We should be able to manage that. We could ask the Pope for gold, but that'll lower his opinion of us, and I don't want to do that right now. We can change his contract, which I don't see a point in doing, because he's already got high taxes, and anything else will just make him more cranky than he already is. There's a feast going on in Reykjavik. Lovely. That should lower our stress some, too, a little bit. Alright, so we've finished this war down here for our friends in the Byzantine Empire. This She's my granddaughter? I'm confused. How is she my granddaughter? Weird. Oh, because her... Yeah, my daughter was married to him. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotcha. Wait, didn't I... Okay, now I'm confused. Did I not betroth you to... Oh, I did. Well, there's going to be some inbreeding there that I didn't pay the slightest bit of attention to, which could be a problem. Oh well, it is what it is at this point. So now I think it's time to turn our attention to Iberia. So we took this little province last time. I think we should try and take something a little bit larger, but he's already in a couple of wars. Oh, he's in an independence war. Well, he's had somebody else declared independence on him, I should have said, was the more appropriate way to go. We have people with claims. Not that I'm worried about that. A duchy conquest doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. We could... Ooh, you're inbred. Yeah, that's not good. I wanted to get something a little bit bigger. Can we declare war on you for an entire thing? Change objective. So that one we could, but we wouldn't be contiguous, and it's not necessary, but I do prefer it. So I think we'll just start here and declare war on this guy. For a duchy, we can't do anything larger than a duchy at the moment. I think we will just go with the Duchy of Barcelona. That will put us touching this other empire here. So we'll go with that. Move our troops down to here. And raise them up. We still had somebody that we needed to murder. Didn't we? Not you. Not you. Yeah, I murdered you already. Somebody... Was it you? I think it was you. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, it was you, but you're already the heir, right? You're dead. You're dead. You're dead and you're dead. So yeah, why are you not the heir? Interesting. What about the line of succession? So I would actually need to kill 2 small children, which is unfortunate in many ways. But needs to be done for our dynastic legacy. We do have quite a few people who we can bribe, although it is going to be rather expensive. So we're at 22% now. That'd make it 48, 69. 69. Yes, I have the mentality of a 12-year-old. It'll be fine. A couple more. Let's see what that gets us. I'm spending money like water, but okay. The pleading gaze I received from my cousin is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner she has hid in all evening, and the walls are hindering her escape. The poor woman has never been good with people. I can distract the guests or make her possibly my rival, which I don't want to do. I think we'll just get a weak hook on her. It'll be okay. Agents are joining my scheme because I have paid them significant sums of money. Promise is a promise. Unconcerned with any etiquette, my cousin Count Felgus slaps me on the back. I mean it, he exclaims. I'll do anything you ask of me, anything at all. Ask me and it is done. I can smell the alcohol on his breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. You are a man of your word, aren't you? Would give me a weak hook, or I could make him gain some opinion of me. Well, he's already got plenty of opinion with me, so we're gonna get a hook. Now, I'm not sure... Can we modify his contract? No, doesn't appear to be. He must be... Yeah, he is the vassal of the Duke of Anjou, who is vassal of mine. So, yeah, I can't really do anything with his contract. That's fine. We are up to 95% on murdering this child over here. I have left these guys to be raised way too long, so we'll just march in there with pretty much everybody since we already have them raised. Although we're not like losing money at the moment, so we can have all of our troops raised. What a feast! I will remember the day spent in High Chieftain Olkabar's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine and once more resume my duties as a lord of the realm. Very well, my cousin. So we lose 20 stress. Still means we're over the 100 for the first stress level, but it is going down. Hopefully we can do our own feast now, which we can. So we'll lose 35 stress for that. So now we're no longer stressed. Lovely. This siege is actually almost done because we kind of took it over. So I think we'll just split in half and wander out that way. Cheery gathering, our feast is starting, lovely. We will move these guys down here. Hopefully beat up on that army in the process and start that siege. I mean, both of these armies are more than enough to deal with anything they have left. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Duke Egbert. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Oh, we're gonna have, well, closer to forming a friendship with Duke Egbert, who actually doesn't like us, oddly enough. Why do you not like me? You're a title claimant, I'm tribal, you want a seat on the council. You actually aren't bad. You'd make a pretty good steward, although not as good as the one we have, so you're just gonna have to wait, I guess. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my youthful daughter, Gormlaith. She inquires about my opinion on theological treaties, a subject she is deeply interested in herself. She is my daughter. She does like me a fair bit. I guess we'll have her gain some opinion of us and grow closer to forming a friendship with my daughter. That sounds lovely. Somebody else want a war that I'm not overly concerned about. We could all tell Duke Fothid had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and now I am covered in stinking vomit. Well, that's disgusting. This one will cause us to gain 63 stress because we're humble and an eager reveler. So I think we'll just kind of try and laugh it off. We'll gain a little bit of stress. He'll be happier with me. We will lose some prestige too, but we're not hurting for prestige at the moment either. Apparently we took somebody hostage and that was enough to finish this war? Sure. So we'll enforce our demands. It was a holy war, so we're gonna get a fair amount of this. Actually, oh, he was already... Well, no. Why did we not take that too? Shouldn't we have gotten Leda as well? Because he's not Catholic? Well, can we demand his conversion? We'll see. In the meantime, we'll want to give this to somebody. Not our son and probably murderer. Oh, I need to sort this by people of my dynasty who are not rulers. You're a prince. How do you not have... Well, you have claims on stuff. Our feast is done. Lovely. Okay, stop with the pop-ups. Oh, wow, there are all kinds of pop-ups going on. Well, he's not going to convert. Fine. I want to give this... I guess we will give this to this prince. Again, stress. Why did I... Oh, probably because I'm ambitious. You became my vassal? Oh, you were... You must have lost all of your titles for by being deposed. Because you were in line to take that over to begin with. But that's fine. You're still my vassal, so it'll still go to us. Tourney troubles. As High King, I have been obliged to attend a local wrestling tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. My cousin is here, and is always being an insufferable lout. Her constant complaining is making everyone even more miserable than normal. Meanwhile, my cousin Duke Mail is sitting under the pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. Well, we are stressed out. This mayor and my cousin does not like me in the slightest, so we're going to push her into a water trough. Gain some prestige, lose stress, all a good time. And we're no longer overwhelmed by stress from having given away some territory. Good deal. Touring the backwaters, I rub my throbbing temples as a functionary reads me the dozenth communique from Tarragona this year. Several such important fiefs have been in my have seen my control wane in recent months. Brain kinda shut off there for a second. A small tour of these remote lands, as is my God-given duty, could place them a little more firmly under my thumb. On the other hand, my vassal, Duke Egbert, has invited me to a private feast. Well, we could visit, and they'd gain some opinion of me, gain some oversight, including levy size. I am about to get rid of it, so I really am not concerned about it, although Bedford and Ile-de-France get 30% levy size. I don't really need a greater levy size right now. So I think I'm gonna claim that. Terribly sorry, but I do have a party to attend. Duke Egbert will become my friend. He'll gain opinion of me. These guys will be insulted and lose opinion of me, but it'll be alright. We did capture some people. Can we ransom anybody? Doesn't look like it. We need to grant vassals. Yep, that is definitely a thing we should do. Now that's done. So who do we attack now? I think we go after this guy. We could do a holy war for the whole kingdom. Do kind of like the sound of that. Extend our reach further into Iberia, and then it'll give us a couple smaller adjacent targets that we can attack as well. Declare war. Raise all of our armies. I'm not entirely sure. Should have checked to begin with to see if he had allies, but he does not. He may gain religious allies because it is a holy war, but I think even now we have enough troops that it should not be too much of an issue. Oh, we have a dynasty legacy. Do we want to keep going down the bloodline dynasty legacies? This will give us a chance of inheriting bad congenital traits minus 30%, a chance of new bad congenital traits minus 30%. We're not really working on any kind of breeding program at the moment, but I think we'll still go with this, just if for no other reason than maybe we can fill out the entire dynasty tree at some point. So that's done. High Queen is tending my wounds. Well, Prince Necton got that, not me. And neighboring ruler won a war. Yep, that's fine. Our troops are marching in, and then we will do the normal thing of splitting them up. How is our murder plot going? About 5 more months? We should actually put a pin in this guy so that we can go and make sure we murder. I'm not sure if it was his brother or not, close the outliner, though. I don't really need that at the moment. Because we had one more person we needed to kind of murder off before the one that our daughter was married to became the ruler. Duchy of Cantabria. Not too terribly worried about that. Asturias could be a problem. Although he has no troops. He's possessed. We'll have to do something about that, but I think we'll move our way south through Iberia first. Just because the Holy Wars make it a little bit easier. Although I probably should have saved the Kingdom Holy War for using on this guy down here. Kind of poor planning on my part. I think we'll just split these guys in half rather than trying to do a whole bunch of little micro stacks. These two armies on their own. Ooh, that's actually going to cause you a lot of attrition. Can you go that way? Well, that's going to cause you a lot of attrition now. I think it's going to be about the same either way, so we'll keep you headed that way. Instead of smaller stacks, I think I want to just leave these guys as bigger stacks just to protect themselves. This place is under siege. Can we do something about that? We could move our rally point over here and see if maybe we have enough troops unraised to do something about it. Will take quite a while for them to raise from here though, but we don't have a whole lot going on otherwise, and we can't afford it money-wise. And it looks like they've decided they want to run away. So, fair enough. I think we can actually still catch them, it looks like. Not sure how many guys are going to get there in time. Oh, nope. Because I forgot to control click instead of just right-clicking. They're actually not going to get there in time, so never mind. The sieges down here are going well. They look like they're actually going to stop there in the mountains. Or considered running away and decided not to. My paths happen to have crossed with Earl Hyfid, and to my surprise it seems as though he does not have a great impression of my friend Duke Mail. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to change his mind. Well, yeah. My friends being my friend sounds like a plan. I could have them talk about me and lose some stress instead, but no. Having more friends is always a good thing. 54% chance of pulling that off, so we'll see what happens. I tried to paint Duke Mail in the best possible light, and Earl Hyfid gradually started listening with greater and greater interest. When he muttered, "I never knew that," to himself, I knew I had made an impression. My friend is a great man. So, the Duke's gonna gain opinion of Duke Mail, great. Duke Mail will gain opinion of me because I helped him out, and I lose some stress. So I lose some stress anyway, good for me. Took some prisoners. I have discovered that Duke Bernard inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. Well, what does his contract say? Because I can't see it. Well, I guess it's time to right this wrong. His taxes are going up. Took some people prisoner. Anybody we want to ransom? Sure, why not? Not a whole lot of money, but I'll take it. You are going to lose land when you inherit a foreign title. Well, that's what I was afraid of, because you were supposed to inherit this. Yeah, you were supposed to inherit this, and it was fine because it was a kingdom level title. And you already had one. So maybe what we do is we give you another kingdom level title anyway. You're apparently a bully, and this may continue to be an issue, but we will see. Accepted ransoms. I had another child of my dynasty. My daughter-in-law Caitlin has given birth to a son. Yeah, we'll call you Sedwin. That's fine. May you grow to be strong and wise. More ransoms. We did apparently win this battle up here, and now that we have like 12,000 guys hanging out, I think we should probably have them do something useful like sieging. Sent one there. I guess we'll send one there, and he'll win a battle for us along the way. Oh, you're done with this siege. We need to move you down here. My friend was taken prisoner. We won another siege. Ben Tiziana is preparing a special trip for young Tvertko. The child trusts he will be brought on an enjoyable day in the forest. He will unfortunately get lost and be impossible to find before nightfall. Oh, he was so young, too. Actually, yeah, he was. He was 8. And now he's going to die in a forest. It's tragic. He's dead. The search went long into the night before it was called off and reconvened at dawn. It was only then that the body was found, bloodied, mangled, and torn after an attack by some vicious, hungry beast. At least I hope it was a beast doing. Ooh. Gross. Like, I mean, I realize I'm murdering a child, but let's draw the line at cannibalism, shall we? Thankfully, everyone agrees it is a terrible tragedy, and my involvement and the existence of any scheme remains unknown. So I'm actually going to gain a lot of stress for killing a kid, which is kind of unfortunate. We took some more prisoners. Nobody we can ransom, it looks like. But I did want to go back to the outliner, which I don't use probably as much as I should. And I want to see who the next ruler of Croatia is going to be. It's going to be this child. We are also going to try and murder. We have a 23% chance. It looks like the same people are interested in joining this plot as long as we provide them with lots and lots of money. Although I am spending money at kind of an excessively large rate to some extent. We were up over 3,000 gold before, and now we're under 2,500 just so we can murder a couple of kids. Probably should hold off. Actually, I think this is the last one we have kind of planned out already. I think we'll just kind of sit on it and wait for a little bit. Almost all of the sieges here are done. My daughter is getting better tutelage thanks to my wife. Lovely. Speaking of which, do we have any other children that need to be educated? You have a guardian. You have a guardian. You have a guardian. You do not. So what do we want to give you as far as an education? Martial? Let's give you a martial education. Now we'll want to give you an educator. I may actually be a better choice as an educator. I mean, we could still have my wife do it. She is a genius, and the way the numbers work, it's heavy emphasis on, like, the intelligence traits. So I think we will actually have my wife train him, even though her martial score is like half of mine. We'll see if it makes a difference or not. Close the outliner again. Siege is going well. I do think we'll want to make... Who was it? It was this guy. Yeah. Let's actually make use of the pins and pin him, because we are going to want to give him more land and make him a king. Oh, the existence of my plot to murder Mislav has been discovered. While my involvement is not yet known, this will make it a lot more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. Well, that's unfortunate. Scheme is exposed. Is there enough people here to make it worthwhile? I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and invite the last couple of people that are willing to be bribed into inviting. See kind of what we get up to. Yeah, we only get up to 55%, although we do have a pretty good chance of not getting caught. I really would like to pull this off, and I'm not sure if it's going to happen. We actually have a worse chance of getting caught? Well, we have a better chance of getting caught? I'm not sure what the correct verbiage for that would be. But our chances of getting caught are a lot higher than they were for any of the other ones. and we don't have the greatest chance of pulling it off. You are the one... Yeah, you I definitely want to get married. Oh no. Oh no, you're fine. You guys can get married. It's not a matrilineal marriage, but it's really not one that I'm worried about anyway, so it'll be okay. We had no real plans for that one. Plus, actually, they'll end up being part of my empire anyway, I believe. Since we are still on track to take over. We are. Are you not still betrothed? Hold on. Didn't do something wrong here, did I? Princess Anna of the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay. For some reason, it wasn't showing up earlier. It was very bizarre. Anyway, made sure that was done. Can ask Head of Faith for gold. Still don't want to do that. How close are we to being a religious icon? Not very. It's actually kind of slow going. We might get some more piety when we finish this holy war. I don't remember if we get a holy war or piety for a holy war or not. That's going well. We are still making money. Finished another siege. I think we'll just kind of sit around. We've got a couple more about to finish. I guess I can move you down here in case we need it. There we go. That siege is done. We can enforce our demand. All titles held by Mawaladi rulers are seized. Good. Victory, so be it. We need to usurp the Emirate of Aragon. Lovely. Believe, yeah, we now have too many held duchies. That was not enough to give us a kingdom, I don't believe. But we are going to grant you some titles. That one, and probably that one too. And we'll give you this High Chiefdom. We'll grant these other ones to someone else, just because I don't want you to get too powerful. You're not, like, set to inherit anything crazy or anything like that? No. So we'll grant you these titles here. There. Problem solved. Disband our armies. How many more... This county... So we need to continue working our way south, apparently, along the coast. That's fine. We can declare war against you. Unfortunately, we can't do a kingdom. I really should have paid more attention to that before. It would have made this a little bit easier. But if we do a duchy, we can get the Duchy of Valencia. He does actually have a fair amount of troops. You have 9,000. I'm guessing the other... Well, you have 6,000. I'm guessing the other 3 are from your allies. Sure, we'll go with that. So we can take Valencia. And I guess keep moving down the coast. I think, however, that will have to wait for another episode, because this one is about over. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!